Hello to all. Today I am going to show you some of the differences between a real genuine QD leap mount from Scalarworks and a Chinese knockoff. So one thing, the real thing comes in some very nice packaging, cardboard box. You have some magnets at the top, at the flap, and the bottom side of the box. And the fake one just comes in a regular cardboard box. But let's say if you're buying a used one, all I can say is I don't have the original packaging, and you just get it shipped in a box, whether it's real or fake or not. As of one way you can really tell, or it'll let you know you really need to pay attention, is if you have a old version or new version. So currently, Scalarworks is making the Leap 08 and 09, and then the Leap 07 is the old version that, as far as I can tell, they're not making anymore. It's not even an option on the website. They're only showing the 8 and 9. The 7 is the older version, and this is the only version I have seen that there are clones of. I haven't seen any clones of the new ones, and the major giveaway is this little cutout right here. Is not on the 7, the old ones, and usually knockoffs. Those are for the kick mounts. So you're able to mount a attachment to the side there and have an offset, red dot RMR, acro, stuff like that. So if you see one of these options right here, most likely as of right now, these just came out earlier this year, maybe like April, March, April, something like that. So there's not much time to have clones out as of yet. So you're probably in the clear, but let's say if you want to get a used one, old stock, probably want to pay attention to this video to make sure you don't get any knockoffs, anything like that. One quick way you can also tell right away is the level drive. So on the old one and the new one, the level drive right here, this little red thing that screws up into the mount to contact the base of your turret housing of your scope, has the little Scalarworks logo, and the one on the clone does not. So check that out. If you just have like a blank little red anodized piece of aluminum, probably a good indication that it's a fake. So one thing that is also different are the screws. Now I do also have another Leap mount just for RMR, SRO, and what Scalarworks does with all their included hardware and everything, they have some red Loctite on it. So possibly if you don't see red Loctite, I think that would be a good indicator. And also, these are the screws from the rings right here. This is the real one on the left. This is the fake one on the right. As you can see, these screws are very different as far as the head shape. Now, both of them do work with the included torque bit that came with the actual Leap mount. So this does go into both screws, but as you can see, the difference in the screws. Now, looking on the bottom, you can see some things are in different places. I'm not sure what was carried over between the 07 versus the 08, 09, but as you can see, the Scalarworks logo has moved. And the coloring size, that's very different. They separated the model number and the serial number on the fake. One's top, one's bottom. You see you have the cage down here, made in USA. And down here in the bottom, you're missing the cage number. Let me see if I can get you guys a nice closer focus shot. The laser etching is not as clean on this, but the camera's having a hard time focusing. Come on there we go. So there is also another giveaway. You guys see the setup of the engraving, and also on the bottom, you see this shelf right here is a little bit smaller on the fake versus wider right here on the real one. And you have a lot of lightning cuts in the bottom versus on this. Now, I don't know how to tell the difference between 7075 and 60. I forgot the other one, but this is probably the better 7075 aluminum versus the, cheaper stuff right here in the clone. Another giveaway is the Fitment on these. Now, these are very expensive optic mounts for sure. However, the Fitment is absolutely incredible. So this is, it's not stiff, but it's firm. As you see, it's not loosely dropping, anything like that. When it comes in contact around the scope ring, around your scope, this is just absolutely top notch. No complaints there. It is very smooth. It just drops in place perfectly. Now on the fake one here, as you can see, look at that. You don't have that precision fitment right there. With this ring right here, it's staying intact. You actually have to put some pressure to move it on its own. This thing's just flopping open. And let's see if there's any wiggle. I bet there's some wiggle. See that? Close that. Oh yeah, that fitment is spot on. So, so if you get something that's rattling around, you definitely don't have that real American precision quality right there. The fitment's not as nice. You got some side to side wobble and everything. Doesn't stay closed, man. Know you're paying a lot, but this thing over here is machined very well. We'll take a look at the quick detachment method. Should probably get a rail to try this out on. There is a difference between how they feel. It's not as if I could properly describe how they feel, but I can tell a difference between them. But there's obviously other ways you can look and tell how they're different. Fortunately, I do not have a 30mm optic right now, scope, that can put this on to see how the fitment is. But as you can see, there's plenty of other ways you are able to tell how it's fake. When you throw optic in here, it's very nice and snug. I love this little leveling drive right here to make sure you have a great fit. But just be careful when you're buying from eBay or other dealers online that are, you know, maybe not official, could be selling something like this. Again, definitely make sure if you have the 07, the 08, 09, you're probably good for right now. Look for the little logo right there on the level drive. Now there's a difference right here. What I've seen, it tells you how many foot inches or what to torque it to right here. That was not on the old one anyway, so it is missing it on this, but this was not on the original 7 anyway. Check for that fitment right there. And also the screws. With my other Scalarworks products, I have, so these are for the leak mount, and over here also for the kick mount, the screws are different. They still have red Loctite on it. So that is also mounting them on and off, probably about twice for this and maybe even 4 or 5 times. There's still remnants of the red locker on it. So hopefully I have given you guys enough information on how to tell the difference between a real and fake. You know, don't go spending $250, $300, $400 for a fake, and you end up, you know, losing your money, can't return it when you really do want a good quality product. But I appreciate you guys watching. Take care.